Morning, everybody, and welcome to today's meeting of the Investment Subcommittee. This meeting is being broadcast live via YouTube, and it will be also available for viewing after the meeting. The first item on the agenda is I propose that the minutes of the meeting held on the 28th of July 2021 are taken as read and confirmed and signed. Is that agreed? Great, thank you. Question time. I have not received any questions. Questions asked by members under standing orders 7.3 and 7.5. There are none. To advise of any other items which the chairman has decided to take as urgent elsewhere on the agenda. I've not been notified of any urgent items. And item 5, declaration of interest in respect of items on the agenda. Does any member have any interest they wish to declare? I think they would have to be extremely rich to be able to declare an interest. No. No. Okay, I'll take that as no. Agenda item 6, the recommended investment into LGPS Central Private Equity 2021 vintage and private debt high return 2021 and the Christopherson, Rob and Company CRF5 product. So there's all three investments there that we're considering today. I'm just going to ask Boulash if he'd be good enough to briefly take us through this before we move into a private session to discuss the items individually with Hymans and the relevant managers. So over to you, Boulash.
Thank you, Chair. So we've got a short paper covering all three products. We've got the private equity proposal in this paper first. You'll note that the fund is overweight to private equity at the minute, 6.7% versus a target of 5.75. We expect that to come back down based on distributions from older investments. So we expect to be underweight by 2023. The reason for this investment is to maintain a bit of vintage diversification and maintain the allocation to strategic allocation, obviously to PE, given that we're going to be distributing. It will also reduce management fees associated with the PE programme, albeit modestly, given that we don't have to pay Adam Street their fund-of-fund fees as well. And we are obviously supporting Central in their development. The next product we have is the private debt 2021 vintage, again from Central. We are proposing 60 million here now. The private debt product is part of the private credit allocation. We are significantly underweight there, 6.5% actual as at the 30th of June versus a 10.5% target. So that's about 220 million. We have made some investments to that class already at the July Investment Subcommittee. You'll note we approved a couple of investments there, the Partners Group Max 6 product and the Central low return product. So we're meaningfully starting to close that gap, and this product here helps to do that also. The last one that we've got on this paper is also a private debt product. So again, it's within that underweight that we just talked about, the 6.5% versus the 10.5%. It's a capital relief fund based on bank credit, bank debt. We have CRC later in the room to present. It is a product that we've seen before. We had invested circa 40 million in 2017 in their third vintage of this fund. I don't have much more to say other than that we won't need to divest any monies. We will be able to fund all of these from existing cash flow and cash resources.
Thanks very much, Boulash. So we are in a moment going to move into private session, but I just remind members that the date of the next meeting is on the 15th of December this year. So I move that in accordance with the Local Government Act 1972, the public be excluded from the meeting for the remaining items of business on the grounds that they involve the likely disclosure of linked information. Could I have a seconder for that? Thank you. All in favour? Yeah, thank you.